go to bed and you can run whatever you want. And then you wake up and for sure you're going to have something on that plate. All right, the professor here. Behind me, you can see two flashforge printers, and then two Creality printers, and then there's a smaller flashforge in the corner. But anyway, people have been asking me which printer I like the best. Well, I'll tell you, the reason I like this too, and you could have your own personal preferences too. Now, I'm going to walk over to the other one here. This one right here. Now, squeeze in here. This printer right here actually has 8,000 hours on it. And the only thing that's ever been replaced on it, I believe, I replaced on this one here is this little tiny piece here, which is that heats the head up. It's basically the heater and thermostat. That's all I've replaced on this. Now, on the other one, I've actually got, I don't know where it is right now, but I have a replacement board that I replaced. Anyway, the whole computer system on the other one was replaced, and that actually cost me $250. And that one now has 6,000 hours on it, which it had before. It had about 4,000 hours on it, which if you put that all together, that's getting into 2.5, maybe almost 3 years of constant running. So these machines have been great. Plus, I have a brand new one still in the box upstairs that I bought from Amazon when they went on sale for $400. Because when I bought this one, it was $1,500. Then they went up to $2,200. And then all of a sudden they were going to, actually stop manufacturing this model. And they put them on sale for $400. So I grabbed one more, and it hasn't even come out of the box yet. So I think that's awesome. These machines are a little bit slower, and because they are a little bit slower, they run a long time because they're not being back and forth like crazy. And the thing that I like about that is you go to bed and you can run whatever you want. And then you wake up and for sure you're going to have something on that plate. Now, the other thing is, I was getting into talking about these printers alone, was the only thing I vamped up was I put in some magnetic bed cover so that you could release the print from it easier. Hard to get now because I want one for the other one. But anyway, if you go on to my channel, which is usually from here, you'll see what I've done. I'll do a little shot of the museum in the corner here. I did every single animal that's on the wall in this room on these two printers. These two printers mostly. The smaller stuff I've done, little jobs I've done on the Creality. And the one Creality has a little bit of an uneven bed because when it came, the glass was smashed up and it was in bad shape. And I ended up getting a discount on that one. But anyway, and I fixed the door. You can see the door there. It's got the yellowy tinge to it. So I revamped that one. And I use them once in a while. They're fast machines. But I also have a couple of smaller machines that I run the PETG in because I like to run that in there for the reason of I change the head to a higher temperature head. And because I don't fluctuate temperatures on my machines and I keep them the same temperature and the same filament all the time, I don't have problems with clogged up nozzles, stuff like that. I seem to run pretty clean. And one of them I run the clear, which you can run in all of them. But I find it's a lot easier to make them in the one machine. And the one that I use for PETG or PETG, I have a number 6 nozzle on it. So it's a little bit bigger and it does a great job, but I'm happy running PLA plus. I like it. It works out great for me. I have no problems. One of my printers is not a pull through filament, which means the gears are inside the filament head. It pushes through near the filament coil itself. And that one there, when it comes to floppy material, it's not as successful. I don't usually have problems, but the odd time I will. So anyway, like I said, people ask me what I like the best, and that's my story about it, and also the actual software that goes with it. The slicer program is totally user friendly, and I find it awesome. I even use it to make the STL files for the other projects to go in the other machines, because I find the slicer works really, really well. There's a few things I would say that the other ones have that one doesn't have, but other than that, I think it's my favorite. And the flashforge has now gone to faster machines. I'm quite happy with the machines I have. I'm keeping up with the Joneses and the Smiths and everybody else. And my museum shows that. And I like to get into the painting of them. So when it comes to the machine being just exactly right, I don't worry about that as much because I'm painting, I'm priming, I'm filling, I'm doing all this stuff, and I'm adding parts together. So, but other than that, there it is. And like I said, I'll show you some of the stuff I've done on it. If you go to my site, you'd see the hours that are put into printing, and these machines have done a lot for me. And if they died tomorrow, I'd still fix them. There's still parts for them and get them running, because I find even with the people that I get filament from and stuff, they love the machines, and resale, they go like hotcakes. So anyway, Professor Vinster here to tell you, I got a beef on other stuff other than the printers, but that'll be on another video. So anyway, take care, have a great day, and hey, please subscribe for more.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.